You know, everyone is chasing the next big thing, right? But what if I told you the real path to generational wealth is, well, kind of boring? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the hidden fortunes being made in the most unglamorous industries you can possibly imagine. Let's get into it. Look, trying to catch every new trend is just a losing game. A few years ago, it was crypto. Now it's AI. It's this endless hype cycle that's pretty much designed to separate you from your money. The real opportunity, it isn't about catching the next wave. It's about building on the solid bedrock of the real economy. And the smart money? They're already making a move. They are ditching the absolute roller coaster of the hype cycle for the beautiful stability of the real economy. Yeah, we're talking about businesses with recurring revenue that solve problems that, honestly, never go out of style. And the numbers, they just don't lie. The entire US software industry, all of Silicon Valley, is worth about $650 billion. But get this, plumbing, HVAC, and electrical services, that's a cool $500 billion. These are not niche markets, people. These are massive industries just flying completely under the radar. So, the big question is, how do you actually capitalize on this? Well, the strategy has one name: consolidation. And there's no better example of this than the incredible story of Service Corporation International. I want you to picture the funeral industry back in the 1960s. You've got thousands of isolated family-run businesses. They have no scale, no modern practices, and often no plan for who takes over. It was an entire industry just stuck in the past, basically begging for a shakeup. The playbook SCI used was, honestly, deceptively simple. They didn't reinvent the funeral industry. They just systemized it. First, they found that fragmented market. Then, they started acquiring all the small players. And then, they centralized all the boring stuff: the accounting, bulk buying caskets, insurance. They basically built a machine. And the result of all that unsexy work? They built an absolute empire. Today, SCI operates nearly 2,000 locations and generates billions in revenue. They became a giant in an industry nobody wanted to talk about, proving that this model works on a mind-blowing scale. So that leads us to today. What are the modern-day equivalents of the 1960s funeral industry? Let's dive into the 5 boring businesses that are quietly creating the next generation of millionaires right now. Okay, get ready, because here they are, the 5 hidden gold mines: HVAC and plumbing, electrical and data services, commercial cleaning, pest control, and yep, self-storage. Every single one of them is a massive, fragmented market that is just ripe for a systems-based takeover. All right, first up, HVAC and plumbing. Think about it. Millions of homeowners are locked into these amazing low-rate mortgages, which means they are not moving. They're staying put and they're maintaining what they have. So when a furnace breaks in the middle of winter, fixing it isn't an option. It's a crisis that needs a solution right now. That is non-discretionary spending at its absolute finest. And the market is just massive. We're talking a projected $1.76 trillion globally. So the real opportunity isn't just about fixing pipes. It's about revolutionizing the entire business model with software, subscriptions, and modern management. Okay, next up, electrical and data services. Right now, everyone is obsessed with AI, but nobody is asking the most important question: how are we going to power it all? Data centers are the engines of this whole revolution, and they are incredibly power hungry. And this has created a critical shortage of specialized electricians. The shift here is really dramatic. We're moving from standard server racks to these high-density AI racks that are just power-hungry monsters. By acquiring an electrical services firm, you literally become a key player in the AI revolution by solving the critical infrastructure bottleneck. Okay, gold mine number 3, commercial cleaning. But hey, forget about cleaning houses. We're talking about specialized, high-stakes work. Think medical facilities, industrial clean rooms, places where cleanliness isn't just a preference, it is a law. And this is where it gets really smart. The companies that are winning are using technology, like sensor-driven cleaning. So instead of cleaning on some fixed schedule, you clean based on actual usage. This data-driven approach can cut labor hours by over 20%, which sends profit margins soaring. Are you looking for a truly recession-proof business? Well, look no further than Pest Control. I mean, think about it. When the economy tanks, you'll probably cancel Netflix. But when you find termites in your walls, you're going to find the money to fix that. No questions asked. And the secret weapon in pest control today? It's what's called the green premium. People are frankly terrified of chemicals. So by offering eco-friendly solutions and branding yourself as a healthy home protection service, you can charge 25 to 40% more than the competition. It's a game changer. And finally, self-storage. Now, you might be thinking this market is totally saturated, but the real opportunity is actually shifted. It's not about building new facilities anymore. It's about finding those little mom-and-pop operators who are still using paper ledgers, acquiring them, and then adding modern digital management and smart locks. And the demand for self-storage, it is a perfect storm. You've got millennials crammed into smaller and smaller homes, boomers downsizing, and all those boring businesses we just talked about, they all need space to operate. It is a guaranteed win. So, there you have it. You've got the roadmap, but the real key to unlocking these fortunes isn't about being a technician. No, it's about becoming a system builder. And I know what you're probably thinking right now, but I don't know how to fix a toilet. I can't wire a data center. And you know what? That's the whole point. You shouldn't. That's not your job. Your role as the entrepreneur, as the builder, is to bring the vision and the systems to the brilliant technicians who are already doing the work, but just lack the leadership to grow. You are not buying yourself a job. You are building a platform to serve them and your customers. You know, this is a lesson that is often learned the hard way. Losing a multi-million-dollar deal because your business is treated like some precious art project instead of a well-oiled machine, that is a brutal wake-up call. Success in this world isn't about genius. It's about building systems that deliver day in and day out. So, here we are. You've got the blueprint to a hidden world of wealth. The only thing standing in your way is that story you keep telling yourself about why you can't do it. The path is clear. Now go build your empire.